Hey there, that's Chris Keys for PremierGuitar.com, hanging out at the LA Amp Show 2010. I'm here with Dave Friedman of Friedman Amplification. We're here to check out his new little friend, the Dirty Shirley. Dave, how you doing today, Dave?
Good, how are you?
Good. So let's talk about the Dirty Shirley. What's under the hood here?
Dirty Shirley is a 606 based amp with a tube rectifier, kind of loosely based on the foundation of a JTM 45, but it has a gain and a master to it. Basically, it's kind of designed to be a little more classic. No switches, no loops, no nothing.
Alrighty.
And a little more classic, a little more Led Zeppelin, ZZ Top-y kind of tone to it.
Okay, well, let's hear some of those more tones here.
The ideal design goal was to have kind of a fat sounding classic amp, but still not get flubby or too bloated sort of sounding. So it still stays tight. It does have more gain than we have it set up for right now. We have it set the gain at about half. It can do more. It can do a very sweet fat lead sound.
Do you want to take it there? Let's hear
Yeah,
it.
sure, we
Real
can.
quick.
We can take it to a little higher gain level.
And what
Same
do we got
settings.
for the cabinet there down below? It says loaded average.
The cabinet is loaded with M75, H75 Scumbag 100-watt speakers. It's a mix of the two speakers,
Alrighty.
and it's in a 212 Scumbag cabinet with an adjustable back panel
Alrighty.
that you can kind of open for like port,
What do
so
you
to
feel
speak.
that brings to your noise or your sound, having the adjustable back panel and this amp paired up?
With the panel closed, it's a little more focused of a sound, a little more directional. When you open up the back, it kind of opens up the tone and lets it breathe and kind of encompasses the room a little more.
Alrighty. Well, let's hear a little more dirty. I gotta ask, as a player, what do you think of the amp? How are you feeling?
I love it. It's got a really nice feel to it because of the tube rectifier, and it really feels nice to play. Especially like single note things are really fat and they bloom really wide. So that's what I really like about it.
Well, Dave, we'd be remiss. I know that our writer, Jordan Wagner, really loved both your heads that he reviewed. He gave the awards to. So let's go check those out right now.
All right.
The one we had was a black one. Now you're going with the white one. What's going on under the hood, the white here?
Oh, well, it's just the standard naked amp that we're making. Originally, it was designed around Billy Howardell from A Perfect Circle. This is the amp that he basically has used for years and used on most of the records. It's a very smooth, high-gain amp that excels at down-tuned guitars.
Billy plays C, and I
Yeah.
know that. How do you feel being him towards his tunings like that? What do you have?
It just kind of happened. We just tweaked around what he was using at the time, and we got something he liked, and it's an amp I decided to make again, and that's what was reviewed in your guys' magazine. And Jay has a tuned down guitar here,
Awesome.
C sharp.
Awesome. Well, let's take a spin on it. Let's hear what we got. And what are the tube complement underneath there?
This is 4 EL34s and 4 12AX7s.
Alrighty, and the cab's full of.
Cab is a new speaker from Scumbag, a J75 65 watt. Kind of a cross between an H series and an M series speaker.
How do you feel that complements the tone coming out of the amp?
Well, it's all flavors. So it's like the M speaker has more of a mid-range content to it. The H speaker is much more scooped. This lies somewhere between the two.
Well, I know that you have a lot of projects always on the horizon. So if people want to find out about the Naked, the Dirty Shirley, or anything else you got going on with your rack systems, where should they go online?
Tonemerchants.com.
Excellent. Well, Dave, it's always a pleasure hanging out in your room,
All right.
hearing good tones. This is Chris, Premier Guitar. You want to take us out, Jay?
Sure.